If satellites can read your license plate from space, why do we still treat one patch of the Atlantic like a haunted house? Ships vanish, pilots radio, all good, then nothing. For the first time, AI-powered satellites have watched the Bermuda Triangle like a live heartbeat. And what they saw isn't witchcraft. It's scarier in a different way. Because it's real. Welcome back, friends. Today we're diving into Bermuda Triangle. Latest evidence from AI satellites. Here's the plan. What modern satellites and machine learning actually see over the triangle. How those discoveries reframe famous cases like Flight 19 and the USS Cyclops. And what this means for pilots, sailors, and anyone who loves a good mystery. By the end, you'll have a simple, credible way to explain the triangle without killing the thrill. Let's go. The triangle, mapped like never before. Draw the points. Miami, Bermuda, Puerto Rico. Between them, one of the busiest shipping and flight corridors on Earth. Now add eyes in the sky. Synthetic aperture radar slices through clouds and darkness. Scatterometers trace wind fields on the ocean skin. Altimeters measure wave height from space. Multispectral imagers read cloud texture and moisture. AIS satellites track ships. GNSS reflectometry listens to wind-roughened seas. Then machine learning fuses all of it into a real-time map. Not a photo, a living forecast. What stands out? The river and the sea. The Gulf Stream is a fast, warm highway. Where it smashes into the Bahamas' shallow banks, weird things wake up. Internal waves, huge walls of moving water inside the ocean, march off the shelf edge. Most days, the surface looks normal. Then SAR shows long, dark bands, like fingerprints. AI flags them. Steepening zones. Means a calm sea can turn into short, steep chop in minutes. A small boat points the wrong way at the wrong time, and the bow meets a wall it never saw. The sky's trapdoor. Ever seen a microburst? Imagine cold air dropping out of a cloud like a bowling ball. AI trained on satellite cloud textures now recognizes the fingerprints of downbursts. Tight hexagonal cells, sudden outflows, sharp gust fronts. Scatterometer and GNSS data confirm wind spikes that can hit hurricane force, but for a few brutal minutes. A helicopter skimming a squall line. A low-flying plane trusting a forecast from 30 minutes ago. Everything is fine, until it isn't. Rogue waves are real, 2 to 3 times taller than surrounding seas. Born where swell from the east collides with storms from the northwest, and local wind waves from fast storms. The triangle sits at that crossing. AI probability maps show hotspots where wave trains intersect over the shelf break. If your bow rides low, the second crest gets you. The seafloor eats evidence. Bathymetry shows cliffs dropping from 20 meters to thousands within a few miles. Blue holes, canyons, sand waves that migrate. Wrecks don't lie on a flat bottom waiting for sonar. They fall into shadow and move. That's why so many searches find nothing. Compasses didn't go crazy. The maps did, you've heard. Compasses spin in the triangle. Reality. The agonic line, where magnetic and true north align, used to cut through this region, making old compass corrections tricky. AI blending magnetic models with local data shows small variations, not the screen-melting chaos of legend. Confusion is human. The magnetic field is just the stage. They went off radar, usually means the data did. Ship transponders fail. Coverage gaps used to be common. Satellite AIS has closed most of them, but not all. Many online vanishings are dead zones in data, not cosmic edits. Rereading the famous mysteries with new tools. Flight 19, 1945. 5 Avengers on a training mission. Radio transcripts show a navigation error reinforced by dusk, weather, and confusing compass reads. AI drift models run that day's winds and currents, and drop the likely splash zone far outside the original search box. 5 planes flying low in fading light. 1 mistake multiplied by formation. USS Cyclops, 1918. No SOS, no debris. A bulk carrier already stressed, loaded with manganese ore, limping through a storm corridor. Modern bathymetry reveals steep slopes and landslide scars along her route. Go down there and you drop beyond a century of sonar range. Not magic, depth. Star Tiger and Star Ariel, 1948-49. Airliners vanishing between cloud walls and radio beacons never designed for violent squalls. Weather reanalyses rebuilt by AI show corridors of microbursts and icing right on their tracks. Not a curse, just terrible timing in a narrow piece of sky. What about methane bubbles? Satellites do see occasional gas seeps, but widespread ship-swallowing gas releases? The ocean surface signatures aren't there. If it happens, it's rare and small, not a weekly sinkhole. The data is changing rescue, not just stories. This is my favorite part. Search and rescue teams now use nowcasts built by AI. See a squall line? The model whispers which cells will throw downbursts. Watch the shelf edge. It posts a shortwave advisory in near real time. Hear a mayday? It runs drift simulations before the call ends and moves the search grid to where debris will be, not where it was. Underwater, autonomous vehicles grid the canyons. Slow, methodical. They're already finding wrecks that kept legends alive for decades. Not all of them, but many. The uncomfortable but useful truth. When you adjust for traffic, insurers and coast guards say the triangle isn't deadlier than other busy ocean lanes. What AI adds is precision about the bad minutes. Those 5 miles, those 5 minutes, when water, wind, and human plans intersect at the worst angle. So, is the mystery dead? No, it's better. We've moved from why here to when exactly. From folklore to timing. The ocean isn't haunted, it's moody. And now we can read the mood swings. Quick thought experiment. You're in a small, twin engine flying home over clear water. The sky is postcard blue, except for a puffy line on the horizon. Your tablet says light winds. Your eyes say calm. You skim the edge of that line and whoosh, your altimeter jumps. The airplane lurches and spray flashes under the wing. That wasn't a portal. That was a microburst punching the ocean. It's less mystical and more terrifying. Or picture a captain on a glassy afternoon, coffee in hand. Then the Gulf Stream meets the shelf. A short, angry chop grows in minutes. The bow digs. The next crest doesn't care about your coffee. A little humor. The triangle isn't deleting boats like your hard drive. It is more like the ocean's Wi-Fi drops to 1 bar and then throws a pop quiz. So, what do you think after seeing the new maps? Which explanation feels strongest? Microbursts, rogue waves, internal waves over the shelf, or the chaos of human decisions at the worst moment? Drop your verdict in the comments. I read them all. If you want more Truth Meets Mystery, make sure to like this video, subscribe Sensei Mystery, and hit the bell icon. It really helps the channel reach more curious minds. Watch next. 100-year-old body found in Mongolia. What they discovered shocked experts.